Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to cover a couple of things really quickly. Ubisoft has put out their quarterly report, and their latest fiscal report actually covers the entirety of the 2019 to 2020 fiscal year. And the report revealed that their most profitable platform was PC, ahead of PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. This is really making the rounds on Reddit and various forums, and I want to dissect this a little bit. However, I also want to give you guys some clarity on what something like this means. There's a lot to dissect. However, it is a really good indicator of how PC is doing monetarily for Ubisoft, and Ubisoft was one of those publishers that for a long time was really pushing back on PC. My oh my, how the tables have turned. So we'll look at that, and also I want to give you guys a heads up on how you can kind of get a free game right now. If you are an Amazon Prime subscriber or a Twitch Prime subscriber, they go hand in hand. They have a couple of games available right now where if you buy them, they're $14.99 or less. There's Gears of War 4 and there's also Sims 4. If you buy them right now, you'll get a $15 Amazon promotional credit credited to your account within a week, so I want to highlight that. And outside of that, if you want a full-on free game, there is a free game available on Indie Gala as well, so we'll take a look at that at the end of this video. But first up, Ubisoft has released their latest fiscal report covering the 2019 to 2020 fiscal year. The report revealed that their most profitable platform was PC, so that is pretty incredible, given that while PC gaming has grown exponentially and there's a lot of people buying games on PC, to see it ahead of the PlayStation 4 I still think is pretty surprising. It actually made up for 34% of their profit, and this was followed by PlayStation 4 at 31%, Xbox One at 18%, mobile games at 7%, and Nintendo Switch at 5%. Really, the most surprising thing I find about all of that, Xbox One all the way down to 18%. I know the X1 isn't quite as popular as the PS4, but that is a substantial gap between the two, and the Nintendo Switch obviously trailing behind at 5%. It's not getting as many games as the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, so that makes sense. However, to see PC ahead of the Xbox One nearly 2-1, that is pretty surprising. However, you do have to understand the fact for the period that they covered, not only did you have games released such as Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege continue to persist as a mainstream experience generating a lot of revenue, but Anno 1800 was also released, and I don't know how they assess factors like Epic Games probably giving them a lot of upfront money for removing Anno 1800 and games like The Division 2 off Steam. Is that calculated within the PC revenue report? I don't know. It's just noting that PC is generating 34% of their profit, and you would also assume that you would get much more profit out of a PC sale than a PlayStation 4 sale, especially from a physical sale versus a digital sale, but you don't have complete clarity as far as those numbers are concerned. And actually, if you want to know what Ubisoft head Yves Guillemot said about PC gaming back in 2012, here's what he said. Quote, normally on PC, it's only about 5 to 7% who pay anyway. The rest is pirated. It's around a 93 to 95% piracy rate. Yikes! I'm not going to deny that there aren't players on PC that are pirating games, but really, I've always been of the mindset that if people want to play a game, if they are really excited about a game, they're gonna go out of their way to buy said game or buy said product. It's just like the case where it's like pay-per-view. You can easily pirate whatever is on pay-per-view, like a UFC or a boxing event, but those events still sell insanely well. We're talking north of 1 million. That's kind of a different comparison, but you guys get the idea that if people want to buy something bad enough, they're gonna pay their money for it. And in the case of piracy on PC, you'll see a lot of instances where people will pirate a game and then they'll end up buying the game anyway. Look, if people have the disposable income and they want to play a game, they're gonna buy the game. In my friend circle, I don't hear anybody talking about pirating games. They're buying single player games when they seem available. Maybe they won't buy them right away at $60, but in this era, nobody is going out of their way to pirate games because there are so many games to play, and pirating is just a nuisance not a lot of people want to take up. I'm sure there is that portion of people that are continuing to pirate games or whatever the case may be. But even back in 2012, I didn't think piracy was that crazy. And again, if people wanted to buy a game, if they want to view a product, if they want to play a product, they will go out of their way to pay money for it. It goes for movies as well. People are still going to the movie theaters. People are still subscribing to Netflix or whatever the case may be, even though everything is pretty easy to pirate. Now, that's a quote going back to 2012, so obviously the climate of PC gaming has drastically altered since then, but nonetheless, you guys get the idea, and it has been a seismic shift in terms of how all of these publishers are viewing PC gaming. You see it from a standpoint of of just publishers who never brought their games over to PC now do bring their games to PC. I point to a Sega, but their games are always coming to PC now. Now, in the case of this 34%, it is going to be a little bit misleading that it's ahead of PlayStation 4 because Anno 1800 was, of course, a PC exclusive, so that is going to skew the numbers just a little bit, but nonetheless, for it to even be close, and I don't know how well Anno 1800 is actually going to sell, I don't think it made a gigantic difference, but nonetheless, what you can see is that PC is doing incredibly well, and from a Ubisoft standpoint, man, they must have a completely different mindset from what they had back in 2012. That idea of a 93 to 95% piracy rate, even back in 2012, that was absurd, so obviously, hopefully Yves Guillemot is thinking a little bit differently at this point. Alright, moving on from that, I do want to highlight the fact that Twitch Prime members can essentially get a free PC game right now, whether it be Sims 4, a PC download code for that. It's priced at $14.99 for Prime members. However, if you buy the game, you will get $15 of Amazon credit credited to your account within 7 days. Also, Gears of War 4 is actually available for $9.89, so if you buy that right now, you'll end up plussing $5 or so if you take into account the credit. Now, obviously, you do have to pay up front, and then you get Amazon credit back. I value Amazon credit as a full monetary value. I mean, everybody's doing shopping on Amazon. If you're getting $15 of Amazon credit, that's almost as good as getting straight up cash. Not quite as good, but let's be real. You can spend $15 on Amazon pretty easily and get something worthwhile. Also, for those of you guys that are console guys, The Last of Us Remastered is available for $14.99 as part of this promotion. Fallout 76 available for $15, and as a part of that promotion, only the PS4 and Xbox One version. Could have been nice if the PC version was included in that, but hey, it's Fallout 76, not everybody's favorite game, so it's not a big deal anyway. Starlink Battle for Atlas on the Nintendo Switch, the starter edition for that is also listed for $14.99, but for you PC guys, I'd probably stick towards Sims 4 and Gears of War 4, and probably more so Sims 4, considering that Gears 4 is just a part of Xbox Game Pass, and I do recommend just everyone to be subscribed to that, given that it's just an obscene value right now. You got the Gears 5 tech test running as well, so that is great. So check that out on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description box below. You do have to be a Prime subscriber, but I imagine a large portion of you guys are Prime subscribers anyway, and maybe you used it to take advantage of Prime Day. And you can check out Gears of War 4 or Sims 4 essentially for free. Okay, and lastly, I do want to note that Malevolence over on Indie Gala is available as a freebie. This game actually goes for $9.99 on Steam. It is 30% off, but Malevolence is a retro-styled first-person horror adventure, and it was released on February 19th of this year, and it literally has a total of 2 Steam user reviews. One person played the game for 8.2 hours, the other person played the game for 0.4 hours, but nonetheless wanted to give that a mention. It notes, suddenly you will wake up in an ancient castle with no recollection of how you got there. You heard rumors about this place, about dark rituals and the extraction of souls, how it is ruled by ancient evil, and that nobody who set foot on the island has ever returned. As you contemplate your fate, you refuse to abandon hope, certain that a way out must exist. You decide to explore the castle and do whatever necessary to find your way home. This seems like a very, very typical horror layout for a game. You wake up in a random location, things are not what they seem, and you go from there. So there you go, it's free right now, full game over on Indie Gala. I'll leave a link in the description box below. And that's gonna conclude this video, guys. Again, Ubisoft, for them, PC is their leading revenue generator, at least for this quarter. Kind of interesting. You do have to account for the fact that Anno 1800 was a PC exclusive. But still, considering that 7 years ago, they were saying that 93 to 95% of us were just pirates, which I don't think that's the case at all, but nonetheless, seems to have been a seismic shift in the PC market in that sense. Twitch Prime and Amazon Prime subscribers, you can essentially get Sims 4 or Gears of War 4 for free, and Indie Gala has Malevolence for free as well. I'll leave links to everything in the description box below. That's gonna conclude this video, guys. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.